Apparently there have been 3 murders lately around here.
And we're here to solve them. Detective A and Detective B are on the case.
No worries, it'll be solved before we know it.
Hey, we are in Holland, Michigan right now in Centennial Park, and we are going to solve a murder today.
Or cause a murder. Wah, wah, wah.
Oh, crikey, it's a wild Tim, Bridgette, and Amanda.
Oh, crikey.
That's a cute little park, though.
We are going to be using the CluedUpp app. We're going to walk you guys through this thing and introduce you to the witnesses and all the other fun things that they've got in store. So let's tag along and let's go walk around the park and see who did it.
Hopefully nobody else dies along the way.
My vote's on Tim.
Definitely Tim.
You're the one most worried about dying.
No, that's because Bridgette's known for wanting to kill me. Disclaimer. The story, all names, characters, and incidents portrayed in this production are fictitious. We are playing a mobile game. And no, Bridgette didn't kill anyone.
Good day, detectives. Chief Inspector Aberline here. So, it's been a grim 24 hours. 4 bodies have been discovered in our district. Let me fill you in on what we know so far. Yesterday, a local couple, Mary and Philip Ledger, were found murdered in their family home. They lived alone, no kids, both aged 54, some signs of forced entry at the house. In the early hours of this morning, the body of one Gabby Edwards, aged 26, was discovered by a jogger in nearby woodland, in a state of decomposition. She's been missing for a few days, but it had been assumed that she'd left town. Also this morning, the body of Harry Jenkins, 34, turned up in a local woodworker's workshop. Looks like an industrial accident. Now, these may well be unrelated incidents, but 17 years on the job gives you a nose for these things, and I have a hunch that something is afoot. Your task is to find the culprit at large, and the motive for their actions. I've given you full access to our initial investigation. You'll find the crime scenes, witnesses, and potential suspects have been marked on your map. Oh, and if you find any key forensic samples, deliver them to our local forensic labs. They'll supply you with reference data to guide your conclusions. Anyway, get on the move. We're looking for the brains behind this, even if others were involved. Be vigilant. If these murders do turn out to be linked, the culprit may be preparing to strike again. Good hunting.
Mary, Philip, Gabby, and Harry have all died. We need to figure out what the missing link is here. Let's get on it.
Detective A and Detective B.
Detective T, Detective G.
In solo challenges, you must work together to provide your team leader with the correct answer. For group challenges, you must each succeed to contribute to a common goal. Failing, forfeiting, or supplying incorrect answers will prove costly. Adding time to your team's clock. You fail, forfeit this challenge by closing it. As a team leader, the timer expires or running out of attempts. Let me show you what I mean. Boom. Solo lobbies. Press begin once you're ready. Your team may be able to assist you with votes or suggestions, but only you can submit the final answer. Let's see if you've been paying attention, shall we? What is my rank? She's the Chief Inspector. So everybody can vote on this, it looks like.
Yep.
And then that's what I'm choosing. I'm going to submit. The accepted answer to the challenge were Chief Inspector. And it was a success. Well done. I'll leave you with the transcript of my briefing. I look forward to hearing your verdict. Sounds good. We're going to go follow the map and we'll take you guys along with us. Let's see what we start to come across.
I think we go this way.
According to the map right now, we're moving in the right direction. We are heading to West 10th Street to try and talk to our first, what are they, witness? We are approaching the start point for this witness.
Are we close enough?
Not yet. It's at Park Theater.
Let's use the crosswalk.
Yeah, let's not go ahead and just walk into the middle of the street when there's a bunch of traffic.
Okay, let's go.
All right, we're almost in the circle. Boom, we're in. Suspect or witness, this is the workshop, guys. This is where Harry Jenkins was found dead. We duck under the police tape and find ourselves in a room full of well-used machinery. The officer on duty comes over and explains, "We found the body of Harry Jenkins here. He died of a major head trauma. At first they thought it was suicide, nasty way to go. Though there are droplets in other areas of the room too, so we've used some sort of photography to record the splatter for you. Take it over to the blood pattern labs. Not sure if it's useful, but we found the burnt remains of some paperwork in a trash can. Take it over to the folks at the fire labs. Security guard preparing to leave after they were locked up the site said that he heard arguing, two men shouting at each other. One voice clearly distraught and tearful. We've secured the victim's home. I'll mark it on your map."
So we're gonna head to the forensic blood lab and the fire lab as well to turn in the evidence for Harry Jenkins' murder.
So it seems like Harry Jenkins wasn't hurt in an industrial accident. It looks like he was hit over the head with a blunt force object.
The police are on our side to assist us.
Are they though? Because it doesn't look like they're investigating. Shizzle.
Yeah. We're doing all the work.
Oh, we've discovered the fire lab, folks.
And we discovered this like a mile back.
We have made it to the forensic fire lab. Let's see what they have to say. The fire lab has some really nice furniture. So the burnt documents is a bank receipt paper, and it doesn't appear that Harry was the one to sign for the documents, as he doesn't have an L in his name like what was on the signature. On the road again. Anonymous caller. A tipster has called HQ to offer information plus one informant. Oh, okay, so we can keep moving. That was just simply a item received. Mr. Franklin, can you help us solve this murder mystery? Oh look, we've discovered our first suspect slash witness, Stuart Barrell, the brother of Mary Ledger. Sorry, I don't mean to be rude. I'm afraid and a little shaken by all of this. Phil had some cash flow issues recently.
Does Phil have all the other letters of that bank note?
This guy right here has the same names as the banquet stuff too.
Go ahead and ask some questions, too.
Did you confront Philip about the affair? And I had words, but he never listened to me. So we're several stops into this thing already, and I think first reactions are, there's a whole lot of reading this.
Yeah.
Some of it is recorded and, you know, it plays it out for you automatically, but there's a lot of reading, and you got to be prepared to sit down and really try to absorb the information. You know. But Holland's beautiful.
It is.
We arrived at the head office of HireHitman.com. It's a fake website that works with local police to forward details of people who are actually trying to hire hitmen for real. They log the IP addresses of devices that access their site. One device had the address of Philip and Mary Ledger. Accessed and read the material, but took no further action. It could be nothing. They also had a recent hit for an unknown local address, but they used a VPN to cover their tracks. Who is the unknown IP address? They created a username, 19-2. We're going down an alley to go get some more information from our informants. You guys gonna try and meet somebody in a parking garage?
Nothing good happens in a parking garage.
So we're doing some back alley scurrying to try and get to the next location.
Seems kind of shady back here.
Oh yeah, it does. Looks like a crime might have been here at one point.
Some dumpsters to get rid of the body.
They look like they're compactors too.
Seems like the
Ooh,
perfect
spooky.
crime.
Hey, that guy who was all distraught and crying, SB is his initials. 19-2.
I thought we were saying it was TB.
I could have done my math wrong.
True. I guess one of us could just Google what the 19th letter of the alphabet is.
What is the 19th letter in the alphabet? S.
Oh, see? I was right about the letter thing.
Stuart Barrell
Was the guy that
went
was
on
crying over
Hitman. He went on the Hitman website.
Oh, yeah, yeah.
He may have chickened out. Changing my vote to this dude could be guilty.
How do we do that? How do we do that? How do we do it? So we got a little working theory going on right now. Our last hint was 19-2 for the man that hired the hitman, which if you take and arrange the numbers back to the alphabet, that's SB, which would be Stuart Barrell. So even though he was distraught and out of town, he could have hired that hitman.
He may have chickened out though. He never did submit the form. I mean, maybe Stuart just wimped out, man. Who knows? But we're gonna go head over to our next spot and see if we can't find ourselves another witness or a suspect. Or maybe we'll get lucky and we'll find some item that's beneficial to us. But we're gonna go down one more block. Here we go. Where are we?
We're in a spot.
Harry Jenkins.
Harry Jenkins.
Harry Jenkins' house. The police are out. Yeah.
They know there's a murder mystery going on too.
As the last pin clicks into the place of the door, it swings open. The officer looks impressed. Well, you're just full of surprises. Is that standard issue? You both step inside. We find a hunting knife, we find sneakers, bedding slips, 3 pairs of shoes are scattered, all are dirty. Holy Spirit, oh yeah, we're here, okay. Hand over the knife. This is interesting. So the knife blade was mostly clean. Bleach tremendously effective if applied correctly. The handle on sneakers, however, gave us genetic markers for 3 individuals besides Harry.
Okay, so here's my theory. Oh, yeah, my theory right now. Harry is the true murder suspect. He killed everyone else. And then Burl hired the hitman to kill him for killing off everybody else. Just my thoughts. To be continued. Ah!
Are we heading east right now?
Yeah, we got 3 people going east. Go ahead.
Let's do it.
You know who would have solved these murders real quick? All 5 kids.
Are you talking about Scooby-Doo and the gang?
All the pups.
We've reached crime scene number 3, the woods. Right, guys?
Right.
This is pretty heavily wooded, I guess.
This is where Miss Gabby Edwards was found dead, a 26-year-old who worked at Collins Supermarket. Yeah, she didn't really have a whole lot for us. Probably because it's so close to where we actually started the event. So we're doing good though with the stuff we got really far on the outskirts. We're feeling pretty positive about that. We just need to figure out what happened to the older couple, and I think we'll be able to, really try to end this case. We'll find out.
Oh, hold on. You'll find
Newspaper.
Headline: serial killer, 4 people found dead. Oh God, guys.
Wait, I pushed the button and it did nothing.
We're doing a really bad job of keeping this out of the papers, you guys. That was one of our big tasks at the beginning.
Oh no.
Wow.
Yeah.
Somebody leaked it and it wasn't
Who
us.
slipped up?
Amanda.
I
got
Always
paid
Amanda.
well.
Just walking down the road trying to solve a murder.
We've reached the Ledger House, which is also a ministry center.
It really does sound like somebody wouldn't kill everybody with that knife.
It's still Harry, even though it says he's a non-suspect. He's the only one with money left, but the other murders, the wallets were wiped clean. You tell me, but I'm telling you, Harry's a shady mother.
We're not detectives, we're just cruisers.
We're not detectives, we're just cruisers, he says. Where are we now, guys?
At the forensics fingerprint lab.
Excellent. Alright, so now you just hand them the item. Stuart Barrell, man, it is definitely this guy.
I don't like him.
I don't like Stuart.
It's Stuart, man.
Stuart definitely was the one that was going to hire the hitman for sure.
We need to just vote on this thing and get it over with, because I think we've got this.
Stewart or
How do we do it? I mean, do we lose if we don't finish the game?
We don't lose.
You just get a penalty.
All right, I think we've gathered enough information from this stuff. We're convinced Harry and Stuart are what's involved in this thing. So we're gonna go ahead and just push the buttons and make it work. And Mr. Stewart's going to jail.
We all have to choose what we voted
Oh,
for.
what we believe it was? Okay. It was Stuart Barrel, and then it was his wife, man.
So I'm going with jilted lover. That's me.
Done.
Yeah, because he didn't take the money. Okay.
And he wasn't part of the business, right?
All right.
No. All right. We're about to submit the verdict, guys. Oh, if we submit the wrong thing, we'll 30-minute penalty. Accept. Oh,
30-minute penalty. At least it's a pretty day out. And when I say pretty, I mean it's overcast, but it feels nice. We got the cause wrong, but we were right. We just interpreted one portion of that incorrectly. So once we resubmitted it, we finished it. So go team.
I didn't mean for Mary to get hurt. Truly, I didn't. I'd heard of Harry Jenkins around town, so I offered him a deal. I would pay off his debts if he'd deal with both Phil and Gabby, the new girl. How could I know Mary would come home that early? She was supposed to be out all day, and he didn't have to. It wasn't part of the deal. He killed her. I killed her.
Let's go ponder how we felt about CluedUpp. All right, we officially just solved our first CluedUpp murder mystery here in Holland, Michigan.
Work team.
Good job, guys.
according to the leaderboards, we're currently third out of everybody that's finished it.
Out of 3.
So we had our
There's
initial
more than 3.
we had our initial suspect correct, but the reason why we were wrong initially, easily.
It was just a misinterpretation of some of the stuff we were reading. You know, we were vlogging and walking and trying to read through the stuff as quickly as we could, and I think we interpreted one of the people, their relationships to the suspect incorrectly. So once we kind of all discussed that after our first submission, we were able to get it right. So
right away.
Yeah.
So we took a 30-minute penalty, which would have put us in second, I believe.
Yeah.
But it's all right.
Yeah, I mean, it was our first time. We had no clue what to expect doing this thing. So what we were out here for 2 hours. It was a really nice day, a little humid, but the temperature is very, very nice. It's not super sunny.
Yeah.
There were a couple of times where we were like, oh, let's get out of the sun and get in the shade for just a couple minutes. But just a fantastic day to be out here doing this. What are your guys' thoughts on CluedUpp? How'd you guys feel about all of the walking around? Was everything fairly close, or was it too spread out?
I thought it was fairly close.
I thought it was, I mean, for the distance we walked, everything is really close. I mean, it's well spread out, but not like difficult to get to.
I felt like it was safe. The way they've got all of the different markers that you had to go to were in decent locations, safe locations.
Yeah.
And it was kind of fun. You walk up on some of this stuff, and all of a sudden you got like a little mini game to play. The mini games were a lot of fun.
Yeah.
There was a lot of information on some of the suspects and some of the locations, so you really had to sit there and absorb it.
The one thing that really grinded my gears is a lot of the locations were on the same stretch of road, and they were only maybe a block apart, but you end up having to cross the road every single time, and back and forth. You're just zigzagging.
Yeah, the zigzagging
I mean,
was annoying.
it's not a complaint. It's just
It's definitely a lot of walking though.
yeah.
Definitely. Would you guys sign up to do a CluedUpp game again in the future if it was another nice day like this?
If it was a nice day like this, yeah.
Absolutely. Absolutely.
I couldn't imagine
Maybe-
it being 20 degrees out.
Maybe if it wasn't an hour away.
Yeah, maybe a little bit closer to home, where a place we're a little more familiar with. I think that kind of made it a little difficult.
agree.
But Holland is beautiful.
It
I
is.
learned that.
Peaceful, lots of pretty flowers around us.
Yeah, lots of stuff going on.
Well, good job. Good job, Detective Mittens. We solved our first murder mystery together.
Woo!
All right, let's get back to traveling and go on some more adventures.
Cruising.
Cruising.